with anything if you just ask him. So anyways, I was in 8th grade and I was not on fire for God. I was having thoughts that I was not a Christian. The devil was throwing lies at me, like, you're not a Christian. Why would you think such a thing? God's not real. He's not real. And the Bible's not true. The Bible is not true. Why do you believe that book? It's just a book. It's just words on a page. And I would read the Bible and I wouldn't understand anything. Well, I was just so beat up. The devil was just handing me hammer after hammer after hammer. And, well, I prayed and I was like, Lord, if you're real, you gotta show yourself to me, because, I don't think you're real, And so in 9th grade, I went to a private school. And wait, let me back up. Okay, in 8th grade, I went to a public school, and everybody there was mean to me. I was the outcast. I was, looked down upon, and I was embarrassed to even be there. And people would come up behind me all the time and be like, oh, you're a Christian? Oh, I'm a devil worshiper, And I got mad at one of them. I was like, well, go to hell then. Like, I care, And it just made me so mad, But anyways, I walked on, and finally I got through 8th grade, and then I started, getting back into church a little bit. And I went to this conference called Acquire the Fire. And that's sort of where God put a little spark in me. And I started crying because I felt his presence, for the first time ever. I never really felt the presence of God. And, I think it was the summer of 9th grade, I went to this event called Jesus Culture, and that is what totally changed my life. I have never felt the presence and the love of God so strong on that night. It was just amazing. I can't even explain it. I couldn't even stand up. The presence of God was so strong on me. And I was like, Lord, you're proving yourself to me. You are real. Because I felt his presence and his love. And that's really the first night that I ever felt, okay, God, you are real. And the next day, they asked everyone to get on their knees and just to ask God to speak to them and to give them something, And so I was like, okay, Lord, what do you want to show me? So I was just closing my eyes, and then all of a sudden, I just saw Jesus' eyes. I was closing my eyes, and I'll never forget it. I saw his eyes, and they were brown, and they were filled with tears of love. I can't even explain it. It was so strong of a love. I can't explain it. But then he held his hand out to me, and his fingertips were on fire. And I grabbed hold, and my hand caught on fire. And he led me to this piano, and the fire represents being on fire for God, And so he led me to this piano, and I sat down and I started playing. When I started playing, the whole piano caught on fire. And then I looked out, and there was this huge crowd, and Jesus was standing there beside me. There was this huge crowd, and I looked out, and then one by one, each one lit on fire, and it was this huge crowd. And I just started weeping. I was like, God, is that for me? Is that what you want me to do? And he just looked at me and nodded his head. And then I opened my eyes, and I was crying. I can't even explain how much that meant to me. I didn't even think God could speak to me. I was like, Lord, you can speak to me. You can speak to people through me. Like, I'm nothing. I'm nothing compared to Billy Graham or Keith Moore or Pastor Moss. I'm nothing compared to these people. And you would use me. And, I just felt the love of God for the first time. And that's what I want for all youth, is for them to feel the love of God, because it is real. It is real. And you can feel it. And so, then I just started getting in my secret place with God and just spending more and more time with him. And every time I spent time with him, the more I feel his love, his compassion just flowing over me. And it's just hard to explain. I mean, God, if you get in there and get in your prayer closet and just get intimate with the Lord, because he desires you. He is madly in love with you. He is madly in love with you. He loves you so much. His desire is for you. If you would just get in His presence and just press in and be like, Lord, I want to know you. I want to know you more, God. I want to feel your love. He will. He'll fill that void in your heart. He will let you feel His love. He is just so amazing. He wants an intimate, close relationship with you. He doesn't want to be like, okay, all right, well, my friend here, she's got a good relationship with God. I'll just stick near her. Well, when it comes time for judgment, it's only going to be you and God. It's not going to be you, your friend, and God. It's not going to be you, your parents, and God. It's not going to be you and your pastor and God. It's going to be you and God, and that is it. And that is why you gotta develop such a personal relationship with Him. Not, oh, God's so good, I heard, about this or about this. I want my own experience with God. I want my own, I want my own relationship. And that's really where you start getting on fire for God. And when you get in your closet and you start praying, and like Psalm 91 talks about the secret place of God. When you get in that secret place, He's going to protect you. Nothing can happen to you. Nothing bad can happen. Because He loves you so much and He just wants to see you happy. He wants to fulfill all the desires of your heart. If you want to be a pro football player, go for it. He's like, this is perfect. This is my baby. This is my child. I'm looking down on one that I love, my beloved. And He's out there and He's throwing that ball, man, and He's, oh wow, He just had a touchdown. I mean, He's up there, He's rooting for you. Everything that you do, I mean, He is so excited about you. He loves you so much. He loves you so much. And I just felt like God wanted me to tell you that.
Real quick,